Someone found out who you were and was instantly shook. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. Someone found out who you were and was instantly shook. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say that's normal. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say that's normal. Now, the reason why I say that is because if you are a chosen one, somebody who's God-fearing, somebody who has a spiritual aura about themselves, a person who's not just a Christian, but Christ-like, right? When you are that type of individual, you are popping your ish without even having to open up your mouth. It's all around you. It's your aura, right? It's your body language. It's who you are without you having to introduce yourself. And so you have to understand something. Once people find out who you are, okay, after being around you for a certain amount of time, I don't care if it was 5 minutes or 5 years, when they finally realize who you are, they're going to be shook, and it's going to cause them to act a little different. All right. Now, here's the reality, y'all. Those who act this way, they have an insecurity and uncertainty, right? And they're not confident in who they are. Okay. See, family, when you are confident in who you are, you automatically know that what God has for me, you can't take it. Right? That's why I don't get jealous of people. I don't care if you are someone doing the same thing as me, the same thing that I've done in the past, or somebody who's inspired by me. I don't care. In fact, I'm going to clap for you and congratulate you. You know why? Because I know what God has for me, He has for me. And what He got for you is what He has for you. Your success does not equal my failure. Your win does not mean that I am losing. However, y'all, a lot of people in our culture and in the world have this issue mentally. Oh, because they winning, I'm about to lose. Oh, all because they succeeding, that mean I'm failing. No, they're just having their moment. They're having their time. Or maybe this is something that's going to take them over to 10 plus years. It happens. Sometimes people make one good move and they're a millionaire for the rest of their life. It happens. But it does not mean that God is done with you. Somebody drop in the comments and say, God ain't done with me. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, God ain't done with me. All right. And so it leads me to say this. Once a person figure out how confident you are, once a person figure out how spiritually well-rounded you are, once a person figure out how powerful you are, they begin to act different because they really are shook and they can't fathom to see that little old you. Yeah, regular old you. The person who they look down upon, or the person who they never expected it from, have this type of power within. And so it caused them to act a certain way. And the last thing I'm going to say about this, it's a competition to them, y'all. It is a competition. That's another reason they're shook, because they feel like you can take my spot. You can take my position, right? Last thing I'm going to say on this, and before we get into this video, is I was watching a video by Bob Proctor, right? And he was speaking about when you are a professional, when you are an expert, competition don't exist. And for a minute, I was like, no, man, you wrong, Bob. Man, you wrong. Okay, and by the way, RIP to the late great Bob Proctor. But I was like, man, you wrong, Bob. But when I thought about it, I got it. He said that at the top, when you are an expert, competition don't exist. Right? A person who he was mentoring, he said, you couldn't take my spot if you wanted to. I want to help you. You've done a phenomenal job. I want to help you. You couldn't take my position if you wanted to. Why? Because I am an expert in my field. People come to me not because what I can do for them, but the experience I give them, the results I give them. Right? So understand something, y'all. When you hurt, it ain't no competition. Why are you scared? Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Why are you scared? It ain't no competition, but they are competing, y'all. All right. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get directly into it. Y'all know every time I do a long intro, it's never unnecessary, y'all. It's always needed. But here I am, y'all, giving y'all another story. We're going to go ahead and get directly into this video. As y'all can see, it's a little bit later of a post. All right. Quick story, y'all. Very quick, I promise. I had to go turn in my rent today, y'all, because it was some technical difficulties on the leasing office end, and so it led me to have to be in Navy Federal.